We're back. I am back. I returned with another live stream. And I'll go for a little bit longer here. Got some water right here ready. Yeah, I did one earlier and it was short. So I figured, why not come back tonight? Let's see who shows up here. And hopefully the storm doesn't knock it out. We have a little bit of a storm happening. Yeah, let's hope that nothing happens. I'll wait for a minute for people to come in. I'm still keeping an eye on the chat here. Hey, Alter. Yeah, I figured why not come back for another one? Earlier, I cut it short, but I figured why not come back for part 2? So the stream strikes back. In fact, I have a little snack here. I have crackers and peanut butter, reduced fat. Doing good. Just take out a few here. Thank you. Actually, this is like my lazy shirt. It's way large, but I, use it to relax. Like if I'm just sitting around relaxing, laying in bed watching a movie, or at night, I'm always wearing a loose shirt. The pineapple Pepsi. I don't know about that. I'm not saying you're wrong, but it doesn't sound appealing to me for some reason. The little peanut butter cracker. Mm-hmm. I do too, unfortunately. It's my kryptonite. I try to stay away from it. That's why I got reduced fat. Yeah, like I said, there's a storm happening, so hopefully nothing happens. The power doesn't go out. Hopefully we'll be all right. Hey Kevin, hope you're doing well. And like I said, I will be reviewing uh, Days of Future Past a little bit later this week. Uh, so be on the lookout for it. No, I didn't hear about that. So we got 3 people watching so far. I mean, I kind of said I would be back, so here I am, and I'll go longer here. So when do I think an animated Power Rangers movie will happen? Hopefully, not anytime soon. I didn't mind the Netflix special they did. Um, it's not perfect. I got some issues with it, but yeah. I mean, I didn't mind it for what it was. Hey, Scotty. Um, well, I just started, so I'm gonna go for hour and a half, maybe two, somewhere between there. Shit. But I'm already working on reviews for Rhinestone, The Fugitive, and Cobra. I've already went back and rewatched those movies. So yeah, working on reviews for those. Yeah, I'm gonna fly solo for here. So Friday night I did make an announcement. I'm doing a Cobra discussion and movie talk stream where people can come in because it's also a hangout. So we can talk about Cobra for a little bit, and then we can get into like random topics and stuff like that. So I figure for here, um, I'll fly solo for here, and Friday night uh, we'll talk about Cobra and hang out for people that want to come in and stuff. Because I don't, lately, I mean, I've done solo streams, but it just seems like I haven't done them as much. So I'm just trying to do a little bit more of that. Is there any bad director that can improve? I mean, for the most part, they just stay bad. Look at John Moore. Look at Uwe Boll. Maybe Oppenheimer. Maybe I'll go check that out. But the Mission Impossible movies, I've only seen like really one or two of them. I have a lot of catching up to do um, with that series. Again, I've only seen like parts of the first one and part three, and parts of the fourth movie. So, before I check that film out, I got to catch up with the series. Okay. What did he direct again? I forgot that director. I mean, I've heard his name before, but I have to see what films he's directed. Okay, of course, Home Alone 3, Scooby Doo 2. I don't mind the first Scooby Doo movie, but probably not because go look at his filmography. Scooby Doo, which I can have fun with, but it's not a perfect movie. Beverly Hills Chihuahua, the Smurfs movies. I mean, I think the guy is kind of stuck in that territory. Yeah, Home Alone 3 is not it's not a good movie. Yeah, Big Mama's House. That's all has to be said. Hey Bobby, but yeah, I mean just look at the titles that I mentioned. Home Alone 3, Beverly Hills Chihuahua. I'm looking at his IMDb right here. He was the editor on Mrs. Doubtfire, and before, like the same year, Rookie of the Year. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't think that guy, the guy couldn't direct. We would have. I think we could do a dramatic film better than he could. Honestly, do I think the Fairley Brothers should do more movies like Green Book? Yeah, because I thought the Green Book was really solid, and Dumb and Dumber 2 sucked. I mean, I think they should just stick to dramatic movies. Um, yeah, when Jeopardy, like when Alex Trebek was hosting, I used to watch Jeopardy here and there. Same thing with Wheel of Fortune, but I guess now Pat Sajak is retiring. So, and I think Ryan Seacrest is going to replace Pat Sajak. I mean, I don't mind Ryan Seacrest, but I don't. It's not going to make me watch Wheel of Fortune. And apparently, Vanna White is leaving. There's a lot of drama going on there with Vanna White. If she's going to stay or not. But I don't blame her if she leaves. What if Sean Penn directed a Robin Hood movie? It would be very dramatic. It would be like I'm just picturing in my mind, a Robin Hood movie in the tone of Mystic River, which I know Clint Eastwood directed that, but I can kind of see that kind of like dark, mysterious tone. Yeah, Home Alone 3 is Oscar worthy compared to 4 and 5. I've never seen Dragonfly. Yeah, Tommy Shadyac, that I've heard stories about him. Uh, I don't know what happened to him, but I know he directed. Yeah, he also directed. I think did he do Bruce Almighty? And then like afterwards, yeah, because he directed that, and then he directed Evan Almighty. And I don't know what he's doing now, but he was for a while there. Him and Jim Carrey were like this. Collaborating on quite a few movies. I don't know what happened to him. Mel Gibson's Hercules. You know what? Part of me would like to see that. Hey, Common Rider. Hope you're doing well. But if Mel Gibson directed a Hercules movie, that'd be interesting. In the tone of Braveheart, just, make it brutal. Do I think Halloween 5 and 6 will be good? If they went with the ending of Halloween 4 where Jamie Lloyd is the new killer, but Michael Myers is still being in 5 and 6. Well, I wish I knew a little bit more about uh, that ending. But no, I mean, I would have liked it. Uh, I'm not a fan of Halloween 5. Halloween 6 I could watch, but I don't know about that. What if Michael Mann directed a Pinocchio movie? It would be like a heist. Like Pinocchio, put Pinocchio in like a heat scenario. And you could have like Al Pacino be the voice of Pinocchio and Pinocchio's Robin Banks. Or, yeah, you could do that. Just have Pinocchio rob banks and Hey Stranger Boy. But that would be like a very dark epic. Again, can you imagine, you know, Pinocchio in the streets of LA, robbing banks? It would be like a 3 hour epic. Alter, you paint these scenarios that I just can't help but think about. What would Sean Penn's Robin Hood movie look like? I mean, do I think Terminator 3 and Salvation would have been great if James Cameron wrote, produced, and directed them? Yeah. I think if Cameron had directed T3 instead of Titanic, I think it would have been much better. It would have been a more, well put together sequel. And Salvation, I could watch Salvation, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's perfect, but I think it's a better movie than T3. I think Salvation is more digestible as a film. So, but yeah, I mean, in a different world, I would like to have seen Cameron do both. All of them. I think Stallone should retire, Arnold should retire, Harrison Ford. As much as I love these guys, but there's not much more that they can do unless they take the Clint Eastwood route and direct more. Stallone should direct more. How about that? Instead of doing more acting, which I don't mind the Tulsa King, but direct more movies. Harrison Ford, I love the guy, but the guy should retire. Yeah, that could be it. Yeah, I mean, one day if I ever talk about the Alien movies, I will definitely let you know about Alien 3. Yeah, you could do that. What if a monster came out of my closet? Well, I got this knife. I got. Then I could throw that TV at him, whatever it takes. Rob Zombies, The Mummy. Yeah, that'd be insane. Yeah, I would say definitely. Well, if I had to pick one, I would say True Lies. Uh, Commando. It would have been fun to see a sequel, but I don't know what more could you really do that would be different. Or again, it would have been fun, but then I don't know. I don't know like what else you could have done that would have been different. Well, the first two Evil Dead movies, um, I haven't seen Bubba Hotep. I would just say the first two Evil Deads. I haven't seen Army of Darkness, so yeah, I know that's hard to believe. Um, I don't have any action figures, but Predator 2, NECA. I got that. I do have a pop, Bob Wiley. Yeah, I got my bat. Yeah, there's the, if a monster comes out of the closet, I got this. But yeah. But I don't have a lot of action figures. Yeah, True Lies deserved it. Um, if it took place on Saturn, Total Recall 2, maybe. Maybe you could like take a page from Outland. If Mel Brooks directed a King Arthur movie, that would have been fun, maybe. Yeah, Predator 2's classic. Which decade had the best action movies? The 80s. For me, that was the golden era for action. The 90s was great. 90s had, Speed, True Lies, GoldenEye, Mortal Kombat, Eraser, Double Impact, Hard Target, Cliffhanger, Demolition Man. So the 90s, it could be neck and neck, but for me, I think the 80s takes it. Yeah, I mean Total Recall, maybe. Yeah, maybe you could have done that. I don't know what kind of plot you would have had. Yeah, it's hard to believe. Speed is gonna be 30 next year. That's crazy. I would say 90s. I think 90s had better creature features. Although I do love Leviathan that came out in 89, but in the 90s you had Arachnophobia, Tremors, The Relic, Deep Rising, Rest in Peace Treat Williams, and so many more. Speed 2 is on Tubi. That's no surprise. Yeah, I go with Godzilla. I still, believe it or not, there's a whole network or channel on Pluto TV dedicated to Godzilla. So I have, I would like to watch those movies. I know Bobby would love for me to talk about those Godzilla movies. But yeah, if you have Pluto TV, there's a whole channel dedicated to Godzilla right now. Why do people make fun of 90s horror? I don't know. I mean, again, I mentioned a few that I love. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I would like to hear their reasons. What would be the reasons why they don't like 90s horror? Or, yeah, I mean, the 80s had a lot of great horror movies, but, the 90s had some movies that to me worked. I would like to know what's their reasons. I haven't seen that one. What if David Cronenberg directed a Jack and the Beanstalk horror movie? I have no idea. I don't know how that would work. Kino Lorber really dropped the ball on the new Leviathan Blu-ray. Why announce you're planning to release a new transfer of the movie when you don't have the negative? Yeah, I I don't know too much about that situation, but I know I've heard about it through Matt and other people. But I do have it on Blu-ray, but yeah, that sounds crazy. Frame by frame, what's up? Not too much. Just hanging around like the Beetlejuice meme. Just hanging around. Do I think any fairy tale could get a stop motion animated movie? I don't know. I don't know what would work. How many movies did James Cameron say he likes and then later says it sucks? Well, didn't he like Dark Fate when he first saw it? And then later on, he's like, I didn't like it. Same thing with Genesis, right? When Genesis came out, oh, it's bad. Or, at first he gave praise to the film and then later on flip flopped. So, yeah. Probably he had to wait for the check to clear. What's a horror franchise where the sequels are better than the original? Friday the 13th. That's one. I would say the sequels I prefer more than the original. Aliens I prefer more, even though I don't like Alien 3 and 4. But I would say I prefer Aliens more than Alien. Um, hmm. I mean, there's more. I can't think of any right now. Yeah, Cameron flip flops pretty bad. Hey, Jamie. But yeah, so James Cameron, I will agree with some of the stuff that he said about the Titan submersible because he's a guy that, you know, he is an expert in that field. No matter what I can say about his movies, Titanic, Avatar, but, at least James Cameron knows what he's doing when it comes to diving down to the Titanic. And that's a whole nother tangent about the Titan submersible. Mm. Knock Knock. That's his worst movie. And also, I would throw in Babes in Toyland. Those two fight the top spot. Yeah, Siberia is pretty awful. It's more so boring, and then the ending is crap, where he just dies in the middle of the forest, and then the film just cuts off. Siberia is in the top four. Like I would, number one for me has to be Knock Knock. Number two, Babes in Toyland. Number three, Siberia. Number four, probably The Day the Earth Stood Still. I forgot about that movie. Yeah. Then number five, I don't know. Mm, Inspector Gadget. I don't know why it took me that long to think of it, but yeah, Inspector Gadget is his worst movie. Dark Fate is worse because John Connor is killed off in the first 5 minutes. Rambo doesn't die. Automatically, it's a better movie. What if Michael Bay directed a Paul Bunyan movie? I don't know how that would look like. John Cena would play Paul Bunyan. Probably Garfield. It's got to be Garfield. What if the Coen brothers directed a Peter Pan movie? I'd watch it. We don't need a new trilogy of Terminator movies. Can we just terminate the any ideas? Like, and we don't need any more. Can we just stop? Yeah, apparently too, that movie is making money. Uh, like it made a little bit of change in the box office. Not that I'm gonna go see it, but yeah, it's making a little bit of money. It's probably making more than uh, Indy 5. Yeah, I can't believe we filmed that video 3 years ago. Like me and my brother, we filmed it together, but that was 3 years ago when I reviewed all of Keanu's movies, and then I did that video. What's a movie that has good CGI? Jurassic Park. I think it does a very good job of blending both practical and CG, early CG. See, that's how, for me, you utilize CGI. Just use it a little bit, but you also need to balance it with practical. That's what I would say. What if Chris Nolan directed a Romeo and Juliet movie? It would be the most boring romance. It would be the most boring 3 hour epic, romance epic. It would be 4 hours. DiCaprio would come back for that. Um, yeah, it would. I would not want to see that. Yeah, I'm just done with Avatar. I mean, I saw the first one in the theater when it came out, and I have not seen it since. And I'm good. I We don't need Avatar 3, 4, 5, 6. That's just me. What if Wes Anderson directed a Sherlock Holmes movie? I'll take a fat pass. I mean, I look at this new film he's doing, Asteroid City, and I'm like, yeah, this looks like Oscar bait, artsy fartsy BS. Avatar 2, you saw in the theater. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, my eyes twitching a little bit talking about Avatar. I think Nolan can make a pretty good Romeo and Juliet. Uh, I mean, who was it that did that Romeo and Juliet movie back in the day? Was it Baz Luhrmann? I haven't seen it, but I know he directed that. Um, he would direct an insane Romeo and Juliet movie. Can you imagine Michael Bay? I know though that would never happen. But yeah, Baz Luhrmann. Probably Ari Aster. Because the things I've heard about Bo's Afraid, I'm afraid of that movie. Do you really want to know my thoughts on that? I think it's going to suck. I think it's going to suck turtle balls. And yeah, everything about that movie just Jackie Chan as Splinter, John Cena providing voiceover, Ice Cube, Seth Rogen's in it, Paul Rudd. I'm like, this is going to suck. Like, the trailer being in that animation of the Spider Verse is the least of the problems, but it looks like crap. Now, I would maybe watch that. If Happy Madison made an R-rated Little Mermaid movie, I would be intrigued. That'd be cool. I haven't seen Edge of Tomorrow. I got it on DVD somewhere. I need to watch it. The 2007 movie, it's okay. I have my issues with the film. Out of 10, I would give it like a 6. Like I think it's above average. The four RoboCops movie, okay. For me, RoboCop, RoboCop 2, then Dredd 2012, Judge Dredd, RoboCop 3, Robo Vampire. Yeah. Paul Rudd's in Romeo. Wait, Paul Rudd is in that film? I had no idea. I've never seen the Romeo and Juliet movie from back in the day. I thought Baz Luhrmann did a good job with the Elvis movie. Um, like I haven't seen the Great. Did he direct the Great Gatsby and some other movies? I mean, he has his own style. I thought it worked for Elvis. Um, but yeah, I haven't seen the Romeo and Juliet movie. I liked. I saw a little bit of The Mandalorian, and I liked it, but stuff I've heard about as of late with The Mandalorian. I'm like, no, I'm not watching it anymore. For me, I would have better villains. Um, I would take out the whole, Leo being a dick. It was a dickhole in that movie. I think it just needed a better story, better villains, and yeah, I would say that's it. The animation's fine. I think the animation is fine, but I think the film's biggest problems is the story and the villains. Yeah, of course. I think they try to. Funny enough, I think they try to get Paul Rudd back for the Halloween movies. One of the later Halloween Kills or Ends, but I think he was too busy. Now that would be the ultimate trailer trash movie. If Michael Bay and Rob Zombie, it would star Megan Fox and Sherry Moon Zombie. Can you just imagine? I can't see Seth Rogen tackling Winnie the Pooh. TMNT3, I got issues with the film, but easily I could watch that more than Michael Bay's crap. Yeah, I thought Elvis was really good. Maybe over long. I think it needed to be trimmed up in the pacing, but I will say I thought it was really good. Yeah, I did hear about that. I mean, I can't blame Paul Rudd for not returning. I did not like Halloween Kills. I think I've seen Hollywood Ends, but like the last Halloween movie, but I don't remember a thing about it. I think I just tried to block it out. But that's just me. I know you're a fan, Jamie, of the last Halloween film, but I just can't remember anything about it. That would be it would be a joke. Where did he come up with these ideas? Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Wasn't there a scene where like Corey again, I may have seen Halloween, I can't even talk right. Halloween Ends, I may have seen it, but I can't remember. Like maybe I just wasn't paying attention. Isn't there a scene where Corey's on the bike and Michael Myers is on the back? Did did that happen in the film? Yeah. Again, I can't remember. I don't think I have seen it. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I've only seen the 2018 movie and Halloween Kills. I haven't seen Ends, but I have heard of that scene where Michael Myers is riding on the back of the motorcycle, and that alone, it's like, really? Yeah, because Alter. You look at Hollywood now; they would make anything. They have they have made a Winnie the Pooh horror film, a horror film with the Grinch. You're throwing out these ideas and scenarios. They're going to hire you. They're going to hire you to come in and write for these movies, and they're going to go straight to Tubi because you want to see, you know, you know, a Bambi movie directed by the Coen brothers or whatever. So yeah, let's not give these people any more ideas. These ideas is what's going to make us go to, you know, AI. I'm being joking, but yeah, I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I've heard about that. Michael Myers living in the sewer, probably delivering pizza for the turtles. That's cool. Okay. I don't know where I may have heard that before. Kevin Bacon, I like as an actor, but I just can't see him as Freddy Krueger. But that's just me. Maybe he would be better than Jackie Earl Haley, but is that saying much? I haven't seen the original Scarface from the 30s, but I love the 83 movie. It's a classic. I need to rewatch it again. Hey, Junebug. Uh, Dead Alive. Dead Alive is one of my favorites. Um, Believe it or not, I've only seen a little bit of the original Dawn of the Dead. I haven't watched it all the way through. I know that's weird. Um, but Dead Alive for me is like up there. Yes, I do remember playing that for PlayStation 2. A great game. And I know it's kind of like a rip off of GTA, but I remember enjoying that. Walter Goggins, he's a great actor, but I don't know about Freddy. Um, I mean, I'm just kind of going with my logo right now. I mean, all it is just a picture from the film Hackers. Um, and I haven't thought about changing it. I'm just kind of rolling with what I have. But thank you for making that though. I mean, really push Kevin Spacey off a cliff. I think Randy Quaid would enjoy watching TMZ. Honestly, I don't think that's a punishment for Randy Quaid. For me, I think he would like that. But we can throw Corey Feldman into the sewer, right? We can do that. He's played a Ninja Turtle before. He belongs down there. Okay. I would like to create an intro though, like a little 5-second intro. I have to figure out what kind of program I can use, or um, I know Scotty made one. He did a really good job on that for his channel, and I would like to create one. You know, I don't know if that's going to happen anytime soon, but I'm working on it. Um, Back to the Future 4, I thought, part 3 ended it well. I don't know where you can go with a fourth movie, even back then. Um, if I had to make a fourth movie, maybe you could have them go back to the past, like before the Old West. Like, can you imagine Doc and Marty in the Civil War? I don't know. Just throwing out ideas. Okay. I don't, for me, like Freddy, I just think that they should just leave Freddy alone. I think the remake further like cemented why Freddy doesn't need to be brought back. I mean, that was 13 years ago. So, yeah, maybe it's a good thing that, Freddy is not haven't hasn't been brought back in almost a decade and a half. And I saw that for free. And I wasted my time. Ancient Rome, maybe. That'd be interesting. Or like the Crusades. Can you imagine that? Or, like to the time of William Wallace. Yeah, I think he should have just stayed doing acting. Politics, I think, really hurt his career more than anything. Like, why didn't he just keep making movies? It's a shame. Like T3 was not a good movie. And you go right into politics. And yeah, just politics for me was his biggest mistake. Hey, Matt, hope you're doing well. It's good to see Matt here. And by the way, Matt, I'm going to send in my request here tonight. Um, but yeah, it's good to see you, man. Oh God, Steven Seagal could use some broccoli. Randy Quaid needs to go to rehab. Put Franco in the deep fryer. Sure, why not? But yeah, I don't know what's up with Randy Quaid. Again, earlier I mentioned about I watched a panel he did on YouTube where he was just being cousin Eddie. Like, why don't you just answer? Like, I'm sure people in the crowd, the audience, they got questions about his films. Like, why are you doing this whole shtick where you're just playing it as cousin Eddie? Again, Randy Quaid is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I like the cousin Eddie character, but why are you like, you know, playing this character when you're doing a panel? Yeah, Daniel Harris, who I've met twice. Uh, Sandra Bullock. I mean, it's just innocent crushes. I'm not, okay, I do follow Daniel Harris on Instagram. I will admit that. But other than that, I mean, it's just, Sandra Bullock is hot. She's one of my crushes. Danielle. Yeah, I did see most of it. I didn't see it in the theater. I saw it another way. But yeah, I've seen like 90% of the movie. And yeah, it sucks. I haven't talked about it. I haven't, like, I don't know. I mean, I may or may not talk about it, but I just hated the film. I just thought it was boring. Harrison Ford was very old in the film. He just seemed lost. Like he was just looking for his carrots, like an old man looking for his lunch. Um, the Phoebe Waller Bridge character was annoying and wouldn't shut up. And that's why I call it the dial of depression, because it's depressing to see, Indy just, moping around and, feeble like and not doing too much. And yeah, like I said, I may or may not talk about it because, I haven't reviewed the other movies. Um, we'll see. I mean, do you guys want me to talk about it or do a review or a rant? I mean, I still remember quite a bit from the movie. I could believe it. Yeah, Randy Quaid. I mean, I don't know how he is in person because now he's doing conventions. Um, he's going. He's doing conventions right now. I don't know how he is in person, but I don't know. He just seems like he's off. Indy 5 owes Crystal Skull an apology. I think Matt said it best when he reviewed it. I don't understand how Indy 5 is better, but okay. You want me to talk about? Okay. You know, I might do it, even though again I haven't reviewed the first four movies. I did rewatch them last year, but you know what? I may do it just to kind of get it off my chest out of the basement because what I saw was a disgrace. And poor Harrison Ford. You put an 80-year-old Harrison Ford through that. Again, I'm watching this movie and he just seems lost. Like a lost old man at the nursing home waiting for his peas and carrots. And it's depressing to see. Helena Shaw, that character is annoying in the way. And at times putting Indy down. The first 20 minutes, people complain about the CGI in Crystal Skull. Yet the first 20 minutes of Indy 5 isn't CGI. Harrison Ford himself is CGI. And it just looks very wonky. Right now I want to pour this water over my head, for thinking about this movie. Don't make me. If a family member wants to see it, I would say, for me, yeah, her character was the worst part of the film. If I can be fair, Harrison Ford, his performance, even though for me he's tired throughout the movie, it's still Harrison Ford. It doesn't have a lot of impact like the first four movies. Now I will say the first three I love to death, and four I I enjoy. I enjoy part four, but it's just something's missing from this movie. Like James Mangold, he's a very hit or miss director. He's directed some good movies, but I don't think he knew what he was doing with this movie, or he was told to direct or make this a certain way. Man, I don't think Mangold really brought much to this movie, and I don't know. Just I think, yeah. I mean, that question there. I think, yeah, the character of Helena Shaw is one of the worst parts of the film. Harrison Ford, again, it's still Harrison Ford, but this is not, Crystal Skull, where, he's still a little bit more spry, and he's not, here he's 80. Back then he was what, 65, but he was able to pull it off. Favorite movie adapted from a book? I don't know. There's way too many. I have to think about that one. Yeah, Antonio Banderas. I didn't see the part where he gets killed. I must have missed that. But yeah, I know Matt talked about it in his review and rant. I totally missed that part. Maybe I just wasn't. I was just kind of like, looking over there or in that direction. Um, but yeah, why is Banderas being wasted in certain movies? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I think it just at the end of the day, Indy 5 wasn't needed. And It feels like Harrison Ford is in the back seat. Really, I didn't know about that. Ah, Jason Lee, sure, but like I said, I've seen 90% of the movie, and since then I've been back and forth on if I wanted to talk about the film or not. I haven't done a rant in a good while, but I just may have to kind of bring myself to talk about it. And I could talk about some like, mix it up a little bit. Talk about some new movies. So yeah, yeah. I mean, ditching Indy, leaving him in that library or whatever that room was with those characters and the bad guy from Logan. Yeah, I mean, that was stupid. And even the way that, Harrison Ford is, even before that scene where Harrison Ford is like fighting them off, and it's like very, I don't know how to describe it. Like it's kind of like how an 80-year-old would fight off people. Like it's just very slow and disjointed. I don't know what word to use, but it's just the action sucks. The story sucks. That'd be cool. I'd watch. Yeah, the Dial of Depression. Are you talking about Jason Scott Lee? I don't know. I don't know what he would do now. Well, Scotty, if you do your discussion, I may pop in. Um, what I may do is talk about the movie first. Like do a rant, um, and then like maybe next week, um, I'll come on, I'll pop in there and rant a little bit more. I mean, I'm not going to go like full on rage because I don't live by myself, so I'll just leave it at that. I don't want to like blow a gasket as much as I want to. On the inside, I'm blowing a gasket, but I'm not going to go, insane here. Yeah. Hey, Liam. But Scotty, did you see the film? Like, what did you think about the movie? Okay, what for you was the worst parts of the film? Even Salah, I mean, he's wasted for what? Like he pops into the film, he punches out some guy that spots, Indy, and he comes back later at the end of the film. Like if anything, he should have came back for the fourth movie. Oh no, I've seen the Flash. I, yeah, I've seen the Flash. It was a pay ticket, and I haven't ranted about. I have. You see, I have seen both the Flash and Indy 5, and I haven't talked about those movies. Like I haven't ranted. To me, the Flash is worse. The Flash is 10 times worse, and yeah, I'm trying not to get so insane here, but putting babies in a microwave. What the fuck? Two Ezra Millers. Michael Keaton dies twice. What else? Very bad CGI cameos. Christopher Reeve, Helen Slater, Adam West, Nicolas Cage, George Clooney appears at the end. Yeah, I've seen The Flash. Did I enjoy seeing Michael Keaton Flash die in the movie? I wanted to punch the screen. I wanted to take the bucket of popcorn and over my head. Fuck. Don't see the Flash movie, Scotty. If you want to see Michael Keaton's Batman die twice, first time in a kamikaze, and then second time, I guess he's beat to death. And that will be I'm sure, the last time we're going to see Michael Keaton's Batman. I haven't seen Bad Taste. Exactly. The Batsuit was fine. That's the least of it. It's just the fact that he dies twice. Like, at least Indy didn't die. I will give the film that. The Flash. Should I talk about the movie too? Do I need to go into The Flash? Yeah, he died in Ezra Miller's arms. But which arm was it? Was it the they or the them? Fuck Ezra Miller. Yeah, if you want to see Ezra Miller and then like you want to see his younger version that reminded me of Arnie Grape, I'm just waiting for this younger version of Ezra Miller to scale water towers and talk about Burger Barn. Yeah. The best MCU movie? Probably Captain America, The Winter Soldier. The worst? Thor Love and Thunder. So what was some of the original possible endings for Indy 5? I'm sure one of them would have been he would have been left back in time. But yeah, don't see the Flash, Scotty. If you want to lose your mind, oh god. Uh, well, I may have to. I know my brother's not going to like it. He's the one that paid for the ticket, and I think he liked it more than I did. So, I may. And spaghetti. Bruce Wayne is explaining time travel using spaghetti as a metaphor. Oh my god! And then you got the two Ezra Millers with spaghetti sauce around their lips, looking like retards. I shouldn't say that word, but they're special. Ezra Miller is special. Yeah, I did notice that. Okay, but yeah, I can still remember parts of the Flash. Um, you know what? If I maybe this weekend, maybe I can sort of like work. I mean, my schedule this week is a little bit crazy, but throughout this week, I could work on kind of preparing for those. I could talk about Indy 5 and the Flash. Yeah, I would too. Oh, Ezra Miller would. I think he would love that. He probably has a spaghetti fetish. Like, you can't tell me. You look at that face, and you can't tell me that he doesn't have a fetish for spaghettios or ravioli or spaghetti sauce. Like, you just look at that face. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know what is worse between the three part fives: Indy 5, Rambo 5, Die Hard 5. How would you rank those movies? Uh, yeah, Sunday. I should be around Sunday, the 16th. So yeah, I should be around. But yeah, so throughout this week, since you guys are begging for it, I will have to kind of work on that. I'll work on the Flash and Indy 5. Yeah, I would say, Rambo. Okay, the worst out of those three, yeah, Indy 5 is worse. Behind that, I would say Die Hard 5. Rambo 5 is the least offensive. Like, the last 10 minutes of Rambo 5 is better than anything in Die Hard 5. Let's see, why my nose itches when I talk about bad movies. My eye will twitch, my nose will itch. I like, I would say at the most, I like the first Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship. But after that, I've seen the other two movies, but I don't really care a whole lot about them. I haven't seen the Hobbit trilogy. Have a good night, Matt. Thank you for dropping in. Oh, you're taking your mom out for Red Lobster? That's cool. Hey, Quinn. Hope you're doing well. Quinn in the house. Who thought that was a good idea? I mean, can someone please explain to me, the people behind the movie, what made them look at the two Israel Millers and thought that was a good idea? Yeah, that's true. I'd rather take Superman's fight in a Waffle House or IHOP. Is it IHOP? I'd rather take that fight in the IHOP over the Flash putting babies in a microwave. That's cool. I'd rather see Batman fight in a Shoney's, for people that remember Shoney's or Denny's, than have the Flash put a baby in the microwave. I'd rather see Captain America fight in a Big Lots than see the Flash put the baby or a baby in a microwave. Oh, that's cool. Trying to think how long do I want to go here. I'll go to 9 o'clock. So, let's go for another 40 minutes here, and I think we'll be good. Exactly. It happens in the opening of the film. The Flash is saving some fallen babies, and to save one of the babies, he puts a CGI baby in a microwave as everything is fallen. Pretty good, Liam. Yeah, pretty much. To shield the baby, or for what reason I don't know, but someone thought it was a good idea. I would say like a blanket. I mean, he saved the other babies. I forgot how. Was it on like a gurney, if I remember? But I don't know. I mean, again, I haven't seen the film in like 3 weeks. I think it's been like 3 weeks. Um, have you seen the film, Quinn? Have you seen The Flash? Yeah. You sure you don't want to see two Israel Millers in the movie? Well, what are your thoughts on Israel Miller? I'm just curious. Yep. And it's kind of like hold on. It's a laid back shirt. It's like extra large. I just could wear it to, relax. Yeah, it is. Definitely. I mean, I'm scratching my head still. I still want to see that movie. I haven't seen the first one. I've heard a lot of good things about the first one. How would I fight COVID? I don't know. Fresh air? I don't know. Yeah, that's true. At least John McClane doesn't die. Have a good night, man. I haven't seen those movies. I haven't seen any of the like the only Godzilla movies I've seen is the 98 movie, um parts of the 2014 movie, and I have seen King of the Monsters, but I need to check out those early ones. The Corruptor, yeah, I've seen The Corruptor. Um I'm not a fan of it. Uh for one reason, Mark Wahlberg. It feels like more of his movie. And I don't like the ending. Yeah, I didn't like the ending for that movie. Doesn't Chai Fat die at the film, like at the end of the film? That's cool. I haven't heard of that one. Yeah, I remember liking Chai Fat. I just didn't like the ending. Do I think the Han Solo movie would have been good if Lord and Miller had finished directing it instead of Kathleen Kennedy firing them? Who knows? I mean, the thing is, we didn't really need a Han Solo spinoff, but that's just me. What is the best way to clean my ears? Usually I think a Q-tip. Isn't that their sole purpose? How about a spork? I'm just kidding. I'm not going to use a spork to clean my ears. Have you seen the Han Solo spinoff? Maybe. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Ron Howard, he's a great director, but I don't think he just fits with any Star Wars movie. I mean, it doesn't fit. Like he's directed some great movies, but it's not his forte. Yeah. Oh boy. That's true. Because aren't they making like a Hot Wheels movie? I haven't seen Far and Away, so I can't. I don't have an opinion about that movie. I haven't seen it, so I don't know what to say about it. I don't really have a comment. Yeah, someone mentioned that earlier. I did a stream early on in the day. Yeah, and apparently they're making a Magic 8 Ball like it's a horror movie. I don't know. I mean, I don't know where Darth Vader would have fit. I don't think Darth Vader would have made it better. But yeah, they're making a Magic 8 Ball movie. I think it's a horror film. I'm like, this smells like direct to Tubi material. What did I delete? I don't know what you're talking about, Kamen Rider. Oh no, the stream is still up. The earlier stream, no, it's still up. The only thing I did just now is change the thumbnail on this stream. I didn't know that. Yeah, exactly. I definitely agree with that. Oh man. But yeah, I'm gonna go on for another 20 more minutes here. Yeah, unfortunately, I would say about 90% of the movie. And I know Matt earlier, Rambo was asking about it. And then I think I'm gonna make a video. Well, not just on that, but the Flash. So you may see a couple of rants coming. That's interesting. I didn't know about. I didn't know about that. Oh man. But yeah, I'm gonna go on for 20 more minutes. So for anybody that wants to ask more questions here, well, I mean, I'm having fun too. So I mean, I don't usually rant on this channel. As of late, I haven't really ranted on anything. I saw The Flash because it was a pay ticket. I didn't pay to go see it. Um, I hated the movie, but I haven't really talked about it until I got asked about it, and then that's kind of it kind of got the gears going to unleash on it. Indy 5, I saw most of the movie and I thought it was just sad more than anything. And just to talk about it, I think I would. Originally, I was going to not talk about it, but I'm kind of I'm getting in that mood. Like, it's kind of in the basement. I just need to get it out of the basement. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Fabio did get a paid request to see Indy 5. Yeah, I think it could be a matter of time. I mean, I don't know when that could be, but yeah. I do have Max, but I'm not paying for it. I mean, I can have it to use, but it's not my account. I think I got Max. I don't know. I have to look again, but well, so the thing with the Flash was that I assumed I was going to pay for the ticket when I got there. And then when I got to the theater, my brother handed me the stub. So, you know, I'm like, okay, all I did was got myself a drink. According to Yahoo, Indy 5 drives viewers to pay to raid Disney Plus for more of the Daredevil archaeologist. Yeah, because the movie sucks. And it makes them want to go back and rewatch the first three movies. Doesn't that say something? This is not how we want to remember our heroes. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I just reviewed Raise the Titanic. It's an all right movie. Like, it was an interesting time waster, but yeah, I don't think Richard Jordan in the film was the right choice for Dirk Pitt. Like, I kind of imagined somebody else. Maybe you could have had like a James Brolin during that time. You could have had Peter Weller. I don't know. Maybe Peter Weller. Hmm. I'm looking over there right now. You could have had somebody else that would have a little bit more presence. But what do you think about that movie? Yeah, I do like Indy 4. My favorite SNL comedians: Adam Sandler, Chris Farley. Um, yeah, those are my favorites. Marky Mark. No, I'm playing. Uh, who do we get as Dirk Pitt? Why not Gerard Butler? Get Gerard Butler. I mean, I don't know if he has those qualities. I haven't read the books. I'm not too familiar with the character, but maybe I could see like a Gerard Butler. Definitely agree with that. I never got into Friends. Who is Tim Robinson again? Aliens. Yeah, Aliens is my favorite of that year. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to think who else would be Dirk Pitt. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Favorite that came out the year you were born? Batman. Batman, the year of the bat. That's my favorite film of that year. Yeah, Batman. Okay. I do. I mean, I got just one. Um, I only got one. Bob Wiley. And I forgot, but this is the Funko Pop too. Yeah, I mean, it's from Funko. Yeah, I got a Turbo Man doll. Yep. Oh, I'm losing my balance. I'm not drunk, but I am a little sore. I did lately I've been doing a lot of jogging, so I think it's kind of like catching up a little bit. I'm not as young as I look, believe me. I just have that Michael J. Fox effect where I am much younger than I appear to be. Yeah, it's turbo time. Yeah, that's where my brother got that, I think from Walmart. Yeah, but it didn't snow this year, believe it or not, which is unusual. But I don't think it snowed at all. Neil Breen. I've heard of his movies. I would lose my mind. I got a Jaws t-shirt. I would say, I mean, it's not the coolest t-shirt that I've seen her own, but it's one of my favorite movie t-shirts. The worst part about Indy 5, Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I haven't seen that. Russian roulette. Mm. But y'all probably 10 more minutes. I think we're good. So if you guys want to keep throwing questions, feel free. Uh, Helena, give me Shia LaBeouf every day of the week. I did not mind his character. And that's another thing. You kill him off. And I'll talk about that when I review Indy 5. But why kill him off? Library kids? I don't know what that is. But so the plan is with that Rhinestone, I have to get through that movie first, then review Cobra, and then Friday night talk about Cobra. So, now we're starting to get into some like Cobra over the top, Lock Up, Tango and Cash. We're getting to some really good movies here. Um, some of my favorite, Stallone movies. So, yeah. Yeah, give me that all day. I was trying to think what maybe some of you guys out there can give me some ideas of what we could do for Tango and Cash. Like, I will review the film, but what else can we do for that movie? Whether it be, I don't know, a group commentary or discussion. I don't know, but I definitely want to do more for that movie. Like, do a little bit more for Tango and Cash. Yeah, PayPal's good. Who's Johnny Strong again? Are you talking about the Warhorse? I mean, that's totally up to you. I mean, I can't say. I don't know what have they said lately, but I mean, that's totally up to you. I don't eat chocolate much, but I mean, there's other candies out there. I'm more of a Reese's Cups. I'm more of a Reese's guy or a Butterfinger. Anything with peanut butter, that's my kryptonite. My eyes. Yeah, I'm getting tired. Yeah, so 5 minutes. So hit me as much questions as you like. Okay. Yeah, Running Scared is a really good movie. I haven't seen We Own the Night. Um, Garfield. Has Cameron Douglas acted in anything that I may know of, or yeah, I've heard good things about that movie, but I haven't seen it. But I'll take one more question. Give me one more, and we'll wrap up here for tonight. So, what will be the last question? The worst movie of 2022, Morbius. I don't know what kind of titles Kino has put out. I don't know. I would win. Come on, Chad Cantleton. I got a bat. Chad Cantleton has a hashtag. My bat versus his hat. I can't even talk. This bat right here versus his hashtag. What do you think is going to win? Pac Man. But anyways, thank you for stopping by, everybody out there. It was a lot of fun. Um, Stay tuned for more videos this week, reviews for Rhinestone, The Fugitive, Cobra. That's coming up. Cobra discussion. That's coming up. And then at some point, talk about The Flash, talk about Indy 5. So, yeah, videos coming up this week. Thank you guys. It was a lot of fun, and I will see you guys later.